As the debate over federal spending levels continues, one thing everyone agrees on, regardless of party affiliation, is that the status quo is no longer acceptable. We cannot continue to pass temporary budgets, and another was passed this week, or make spending decisions a few months at a time. Every time we do, we're doing nothing more than delaying real decision-making and risking devastating consequences for our children and grandchildren. In order to address our fiscal challenges, steps must be taken to put us on a long-term path to economic solvency. The first of these steps has to be the addition of a balanced budget amendment to the United States Constitution. A balanced budget amendment would require the federal government to follow the rules that families and businesses adhere to. And the rules are simple. You cannot spend more money than you take in. This is a common sense approach to ending the spending binge that has taken over Washington. The out-of-control spending habits of the past have produced nothing more than record deficits and a skyrocketing national debt, both of which, according to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Michael Mullen, are the greatest threat to our national security. This balanced budget proposal before us prohibits spending from exceeding the amount of tax revenue received. It also requires a 3/5 vote of each chamber to increase the federal debt limit. And finally, it directs the President to submit a balanced budget to the United States Congress each year. This will ensure that regardless of the party in control of the White House, we are not irresponsibly adding to the debt. There are some who say that the federal government should not be run like a family on a budget or a business trying to make payroll. It is assumed that we cannot live within our means as a nation because it has not been done before. I believe that now is the time for rejecting the business-as-usual approach that has brought us to the brink of economic calamity. We need to look no further than across the Atlantic to see the results of outrageous spending habits. Countries like Greece, Italy, Portugal, and Ireland refused to make the tough decisions and were forced to undergo severe austerity measures, resulting in widespread anti-government protests. These countries ignored the warnings until it was too late. We have a great opportunity to do the right thing for America's future. A balanced budget amendment to the United States Constitution would cut federal spending in the short term and place us on a steady trajectory toward prosperity. A balanced budget would ensure all Americans, our allies overseas, and the financial markets that we are serious about the fiscal health of our country. We've heard the calls for a balanced approach. It's time for a balanced budget.